Yo, what is going on, guys? Your boy Sawk here. Today I'm bringing you guys my Week 1 UTL Season 5 Team Builder / Replay for the Ultimate Trainers League in Season 5. So, we're playing Derp, aka the New York Shelmets, aka the guy who sniped me of Tarak Young last season and made it the MVP. So I have some revenge to get against him. But first, we had to build a team. So I'm going to go over his team quick. His team, of course, is the New York Shelmets. His first pick was Mega Charizard X, Skarmory, Raikou, Nidoqueen, Shaman, Keldeo, Miltank, Togetic, Seismitoad, Bisharp, and Espeon. So, that will appear on you guys shortly, or if it hasn't already, it will disappear now. So, screw it, we'll just keep it up on the screen. Come back. So, I built this team of 6 in order to help me counter this. So, first off, we do have Derp 2.0. This is kind of a reference since he is a Derp, and I am playing Derp. Quagsire holding Leftovers with Unaware, Earthquake, Recover, Toxic, and Scald. I believe this investment was enough to live a Dragon Call from Mega Charizard X because Unaware ignores the boosts. And then I can hit it back with like a Scald or Toxic or Earthquake. Next up on the team, I do have Tangrowth. Tangrowth's just a good pivot all around. Helps me take on things like Raikou, helps me take on Shaman, helps me take on Scarf Keldeo, Espeon if it wants to hit me, anything besides like HP Fire, Signal Beam. It's very, very nice in this game, just kind of a defensive pivot. So it's something I really, really want in this game. Next up, I do have Young Fu, aka the Darmanitan Choice Scarf, Flare Blitz, Sheer Power, Sheer Force, Super Power, and Flare Blitz. Sheer Force, Flare Blitz, in order for me to not... it still takes recoil damage because of the move, even though it is Sheer Force. However, the chance to flinch on Rock Slide is ditched for more. And U-Turn just is another hit. It has Scarf Darmanitan. With this investment, outspeeds a Adamant Charizard X at +1. So if he's Jolly, he's trading for power, and I can live something more. So if he's Adamant, he's gonna risk being outsped by this. It also just kind of checks a lot of things, such as Shaman. Miltank's not gonna want to take a superpower. Togetic's not gonna want to take a Rock Slide. Seismitoad's not gonna want to take a superpower. Bisharp's not gonna live any of these moves besides maybe a Rock Slide or a U-Turn. Espeon doesn't really want to take anything. Nidoqueen's kind of only his answer to this, and I really see that coming this game. Next up, we do have Snorlax, Recycle, Fire Punch, Return Curse. I brought Curselax with Figgy Berry. If you guys do watch the GBA, you'll know MV is the king of the berries. It's a half HP berry. It's one of the half HPs if you're there. I am running Immunity because I have a feeling he'll bring Toxic Spikes this game. So I can not get Toxic, and being Toxic would be really, really terrible this game, especially since I'm Curselax. So I'm intending to stay alive for a while. Especially since I'm hoping to get to like +2, +3. If I get to +3, I think I can do a lot of damage to his team. Max HP, max attack. Nothing really special about this. I just want to start hitting things as hard as I can. I didn't really do any real, like, oh, I need to hit this amount of HP with Adamant Nature in order to kill something. No, I just dumped it all into there. Just to make sure. Next up, I do have Hulk Hogan, the Mega Ampharos, with Static first and then Mold Breaker later. Agility, Thunderbolt, Dragon Pulse, and HP Grass. If we look at his team, what takes this? Charizard X, Thunderbolt, or Dragon Pulse. Skarmory, Thunderbolt. Raikou, Dragon Pulse. Nidoqueen, I can Dragon Pulse that. Shaman, I can Dragon Pulse that. Keldeo, I can Thunderbolt. Miltank, I can Thunderbolt. Togetic, I can Thunderbolt. Seismitoad, I can Hidden Power Grass. Bisharp, I can Thunderbolt. Espeon, I can Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt's a pretty spammable move against him. If you have HP Grass, it really works well. HP Grass or like HP. If you have Psychic coverage, like if Mega Ampharos had its HP and speed switched around on this, oh lord, this would be a threat. Anyway, that's Mega Ampharos. Hopefully it can put in some work. I do have 2 setup sweepers now, so I do have some offense. And last but not least, I have Roselli Berry, Defog, Foul Play, Roost, U-Turn, Perks, Bird Brain. Max defense in order to help me take on Charizard X, because I know that thing's a problem and a half. So, yeah, I think that's it, guys. I'll meet you guys right in the game. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, we are with the replay here. So, he did bring Raikou, Shaman, Charizard X, of course, Nidoqueen, Keldeo, and Espeon. Kind of a team I kind of predicted for him to bring. He'll probably bring this a lot of weeks. So you guys just see the team I have. So let's get right into this. I'm gonna lead off with Tangress. It's just a really nice lead against most of his stuff. Raikou can take it. Can take on anything besides like offensive Nidoqueen and Mega Charizard X. So he does leave Nidoqueen. I'm thinking he's just gonna get a 1-layer T-Spikes up. As he does, and I'm just gonna Earthquake and see what kind of damage it does. It does do 40. Seeing this, I'm thinking it has a lot of bulk, but not too much. So I'm going to swap out into my Snorlax here, as Sludge Wave does a decent amount for a Spadef Snorlax, so I'm thinking it has some Spadef investment. I'm going to go right for the Curse here. As if he decides to hit me with, Secret Sword, it does on the physical side, so my +1 defense will come into effect there. I do get taunted here as I go for a return, just bopping this thing down to 87%. He is going to Secret Sword me as it's going to go through the crit and kill. So look at that. Derp's already critting me. Can we get a round of applause for everyone, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Everyone, please, please, please. As I'm just going to go down right there. I'm just going to Rock Slide here with my Scarf. Darmanitan prevents this thing. He now knows I'm Scarf, unless he was not max speed. He's going to go into Nidoqueen here, so I'm going to go right into my big perks. My Mandibuzz. Sludge Wave is going to do 40%, and that does way too much for me to like. So he's just going to Ice Beam here as I roosted. I didn't know if I was going to be faster than this thing. He might have been speed invested. But I do go off first with my roost, so I do prove he is not like speedy Nidoqueen, which would be really interesting to see. He does reveal the Ice Beam. It doesn't do too much and doesn't freeze me. Thank the Lord. I am going to default here to get this Toxic Spike away because that is very annoying for the rest of my team. So he's going to go into Raikou, pressure me out into my Tangrowth. He's going to Volt Switch here, which is a great play on his part, just to get some thing. He's going to ride into Nidoqueen to see the Sludge Wave and do a shenanigan ton to an Assault Vest Tangrowth. That's way too much. I'm going to go right into my Hulk Hogan here as he Ice Beams. I'm going to Agility up here in regular form because I figure he's going to Ice Beam again. So since he Ice Beams again, if I Mega Evolve there, I would not live that because it would be super effective. So, and there is no Mega Evolve first rule turn here in this league, so it's very, very nice on my end. So not Mega Evolving there and getting my Agility off is amazing. So he goes into Shaman here as I do Mega Evolve now, and I'm just going to Dragon Pulse this thing. That does half, so that thing is bulky. I do click Dragon Pulse again just to see if it's a roll, as he does kill me with Earth Power. So I'm already down. So I'm down 5-4 here. I'm going to go right into Scarf Darmanitan. I'm just going to click U-turn, claiming a kill. Darmanitan is really putting in a decent amount of work this game. I'm going to go right into Tangrowth. He's going to go right into his Charizard. He's going to pull a double into Espeon here, which is a very, very, very good call on his part. Because if he let that thing stay in, I just Rock Slide this thing, and it took off a chunk and a half. He does start going for Calm Mind, which is why I do have Unaware Quagsire in the back, which I'm going to go right into right now after the Calm Mind, as he's going to reveal Twinkle Tackle. That does 61%. He's going to Grass on here and kill me, though. So, Quagsire really didn't do anything. It just kind of came in and died. I'm going to go right into my Scarf Darmanitan. So I'm going to click U-turn. It does 11%, which is actually kind of nice. I go right into Bird Brain here. I click U-turn just to get a little bit of Delph, and it lives. Of course it does. He's going to click Ice Beam, do a decent chunk to me. He's going to click Sludge Wave, and then almost kill, as I'm going to Rock Slide and get this. I figured Rock Slide was the best play because it hit and really hurt Espeon here. If he switched into Zard here, predicting an Earthquake, it would hit that as well. So, and if I did Earthquake, it killed Raikou, but I didn't want the possibility of him switching into Charizard and getting a free setup. I did not want that right now. He's going to go into Charizard here, as he's going to Mega Evolve and Dragon Dance. I'm going to Rock Slide, getting off some nice damage, 35%. I'm just going to sack this off, just so I can go into my Darmanitan. Now, here's the point in the match where I knew if he's adamant, I click Rock Slide or Earthquake, and I win. If I click Earthquake here, I can win. But if he's jolly, I lose. So I'm really risking this 50-50 here, and we're going to see how this plays out. He does go first and just goes for Bandit Outrage, and he is jolly. If he was adamant, I had that game, but oh well. I do go into my Bird Brain, and he does Outrage, and almost kill, as I do just click Roost here, just trying to get some HP back. He's confused. He's going to Dragon Dance again. So I'm going to foul play here and just get this thing out of my face. So I get the differential down at least. So it's only now going to be a 2-0. As he goes right into Mariko here, he's just going to click Thunderbolt. And just a crit on top just for the BM. I'd like to say GG to Hogline. The first crit was kind of unfortunate. I really didn't like that, but it's a good game. That was a very, very good game for a Week 1 match. But I think that's going to be it for me today, guys. And with that, I'm out today. Peace.